Today is, over the course of the 365-year calendar, my favorite day of the year. But it's actually 2 days because I didn't go to bed. So my day started yesterday morning at about 7:30 a.m. I think, when I first woke up, and I haven't, ended. So, but it is really a great moment because one of the things that we pride ourselves on here at the Baseball Hall of Fame is connecting the present with our audience and preserving history as it happens. Pablos Bat has been very generous to the Baseball Hall of Fame over the years. I've got some great moments. The gentleman who was in attendance when he hit 3 home runs at Game 1 of the World Series, that was my actually first and only in-game artifact collect. Happened to be down near the dugout, went into the clubhouse, asked the PR guy, said, do you mind if, and Pablo was in there, said, do you mind if I just ask him for the bat now? It was like the 7th inning. Because Pablo had broken the bat on his second swing. And Pablo was like, yeah, Brad. So last night, a group of reporters were around, and they said, hey, are you going to give something to the Hall of Fame? And Pablo says, man, he goes, I've been giving that guy bats all the time. I said, I know, Pablo. I said, I'm greedy, okay? I said, so after everything settled down, we went into the equipment bag, and he pulled this out and said, this is a bat that I used last night. So he also set last night the single postseason record for most hits in a single postseason with 26. The next piece that we got was from Game 6. Great young 20-year-old Dominican pitcher named Yordano Ventura. That's right. Yordano's from the Dominican, hard thrower. If you guys watched Game 6, you saw how dominant he was. That alone would have been worthy of an artifact request from Cooperstown. First Dominican rookie ever to start a World Series. Baseball and its global outreach is so important to the museum these days. If you haven't already been up on the 2nd floor, we've got a great bilingual exhibit called Viva Baseball. It's our first and only exhibit in Spanish and English. And the Dominican pride in baseball is as absolute high as it's ever been. Madison Bumgardner, perhaps the single most dominant World Series performance in history. Pretty incredible to pitch a complete game shutout in Game 5 and 2 nights later come back and work 5 innings of relief. 68 pitches, pretty much unhittable. He's the most calm human being I've ever met in my entire life. You guys probably see that through television, but in real life he's the same. I think his heart beats about 1 beat per minute. It's absolutely unflappable, and he's only 25, so he could certainly have a place here in Cooperstown. He wore this cap for the entire series, and he really wanted to keep his road jersey from last night, so we have to acquiesce at times to guys, so we can't always take what we want. But this is one representation, and there may be more to follow here in Cooperstown. These belong to Jeremy Affeldt, and it's always cool that by and large, most guys love what we do here at the Baseball Hall of Fame and are honored to be a part of it. It seems like the more blue collar the guy, the more they appreciate the honor. And Affeldt has been a guy who's been a solid cog in at least the 12 and 14 pieces. I think he was there in 10 as well. Lefty reliever, came in and worked 2 1/3 last night, 23 1/3 scoreless inning streak that he's got going right now in the postseason. And he's just a really quality human. So I made the call last night. I said, I think we need these. And I kind of just did this on my own. So I went up to Jeremy, and literally he was the first guy, one of the first guys after Sandoval I approached, and just said, hey, I know you've had a great day. I want to make your day a little sweeter if you're up for it. Would you be willing to donate your spikes to Cooperstown? You were a really important role in this World Series. And as happens over time, guys occasionally get emotional, and he did. And he said, I never will make it as a Hall of Famer. Never thought I'd win a World Series, but I've done that. And he goes, now I've got 3 boys, and I'm going to be able to take them to Cooperstown and have part of my equipment there so that they can see.